Yeah, you want me to call?
Why don't you call? Let's intro the show. Let's get that going. You can call the guy. We'll just do it live. We'll just do it live.
All right.
Oh no.
Yeah, we're jumping right into this one, Code.
I have no idea who's on the phone.
You'll find out. Cody, is that your actual room or an image?
Yeah. I don't know why it's
Hey, everybody. Welcome to episode 222 of the Rich Taking Show podcast. It is slightly better mediocre. I'm your host, Ram. Oh, once again, back at you. We'll be auditioning for a wrestling job tonight. I want to announce wrestling, Randy. I want to be like the ring announcer. Ladies and gentlemen, hailing from Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing into the svelte 210 pounds, Randy, large individual. What's going on, Randy?
I'm at least 4'10".
I know. I didn't want to guess. I know what it is, but I didn't want to say it because I didn't want to make it like I was making fun of you. I didn't want people.
How are you making fun of me?
I don't.
Your job wrong.
Is my weight comically large, Rim?
No.
Is that what you're trying to imply?
No, I'm not.
With
no,
your lack of saying it?
Cody, what's going on, bud? How you doing?
He has gravitas, not weight. Fuck you.
Gravity.
Be politically correct. Gravitas.
Yeah, dude, I did a whole 6 minutes at the campground last time we were out
What does that
on
mean?
getting my own gravitational pool in 2026. Yeah, I'm on track. If I keep eating my McDonald's diet and my newfound love of waffles for $1.49 from Aldi's, I think I can achieve my dream of having my own.
Here's where you're fucking up. You should be documenting this journey on TikTok or Instagram or whatever. But we're not gonna waste too much time here, Cody. We're gonna get to all of our fun bullshit in a little bit. But we have a
Fun bullshit. I love it. I love exactly that. What you said there.
It's gonna be fun. We have our first ever call-in guest. Okay, Randy's setting this up. All right, we have a wrestling promoter coming on the phone with us, Cody. So any questions you ever had about booking wrestling, you get to ask them tonight. Randy, let me know when it's ringing.
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead. You got to say hi.
You'll hear it.
All right. Are you going to say hi or am I going to say hi?
You're going to say hi.
Shit.
Oh, I have so much anxiety.
I know. Seriously.
So, yeah, how do we fill the next 80 minutes now, guys?
With editing.
Jesus. I got this hip flask.
Hello.
Hey, is this AJ with Cincy Wrestling?
Yeah, this is him.
Hey, it's a pleasure to speak with you. This is Randy, the executive producer of The Rich Dickman Show. Sorry for the technical difficulties. We got a new board. This is the first time using it as a calling guest, so you're breaking barriers for us.
No
so
problem.
I'm gonna turn you over to our host, Mr. Rim Dickman.
Yeah, nope. I can barely hear you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's like super low. I can barely hear you.
Yeah, he has an issue with if it's on speakerphone. We tried it earlier. So if you're stuck on speakerphone, I'll just talk really loud. Does this help?
Okay, yeah. Let me see here. Luckily, I'm in my car, so let me clear out my car stereo.
All right.
Okay. It might help out a little bit, getting a little bit louder. Let me
Hopefully, yeah.
put it on my.
Yeah, those speakers are
Yeah,
good.
let me
What a lot of people don't realize though is people around you can really hear what's being said. You know, like I didn't realize that till I was standing outside of one day.
Oh yeah.
I was like, man, that's a real security risk.
People
Yeah,
love
plug it in
conversations being public. Like people walking around with speakerphone, Randy, and like in a grocery store.
I don't understand FaceTiming in public.
Right?
Like,
Yeah, FaceTiming
there we
is for
go.
sex chat. All right.
Yeah, there we go. I'm good now.
All right.
Great, thank you, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Welcome to AJ from Cincy Wrestling. AJ, it's a pleasure to speak with you. I'm Rem. You've already spoken to Randy. He's the one who made the call. And we have Cody here. He's my other partner from Hawaii. Thank you for taking some time to join us today. How are you? How's it going?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I appreciate you guys letting me come on here. It's a pleasure.
Yeah. So you got your own. Well, I don't know if it's completely your own, but I know you're very involved in your own wrestling promotion here. How does one start a wrestling promotion or even get involved at that level?
It's hard, but it's simple. Go through the processes of getting your commission license. You got to check out each state. Each of them have different rules and regulations you have to do. There's specialty insurances that you could get into, picking out your building, getting your ring. There's like a lot of different moving pieces. How I got into the business is a long time ago. I worked for a couple of different promotions, not like hardcore into them, but as soon as I got around the business a little bit, it becomes like a drug. You just basically have to be in it, It's just one of those things that you just can't stop being a part of because it's just so awesome in the things that you do. But I solely own Cincy Wrestling. It's just me.
Wow. Yeah, that's just like this podcast. It's the reason we do it is we love it so much. We love talking to each other once a week, and Cody doesn't take
that and the fat zeros we get from Mr. Rich Dickman.
Yeah, all the zeros. But so you own Cincy Wrestling all by so Jesus Christ, I have even more questions than I thought I would. But what kind of licensing do you have to get now? Because this is an entertainment product, but it's also kind of a sporting event. So, like, through the bureaucracy of it all, you got a lot to do.
Yeah. So there's a specialty commission license that you have to basically apply for in the state of Ohio. So you have to send off, to get that signed, and they check your background and everything like that. So you get, a signature there. As soon as that's signed, then you have to apply every time you do an event to the commission, and then they sign off on it.
How much does that cost?
So it's easy, but it varies depending on what kind you want.
Okay.
You can get out to like 5 years, I think. So I don't remember which one I signed up for because I really didn't fill out the forms. I had other people fill out the forms for me. So, but you can go out to like 5 years worth of coverage if you really want to do it that way. But thank God I'm not on the boxing end. The boxing end's like the most like ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
Oh, I imagine.
What about chess boxing? I wonder if there's a happy medium there.
Oh yeah, boxing is it's crazy insane. Like if you're not like Dana White or something, like there's no way you're getting a boxing license. It's a major pain unless you own your own dojo or your own arena. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Huh. Wow. So, all right. So all the licenses. So I could listen to stories about that shit forever. All right, but I know that's probably not what people
about
are
insurance.
Yeah. Oh, insurance. Cody, you have a question about insurance?
No. Just astounded that you could listen to stories about insurance all day like that, Rem. Oh. You're a rare breed.
Yeah, Cody,
that's easily entertained.
The weirdest thing just fascinates me, man. It's like when we talk to the porn stars, it's not the sex, it's like the business behind it. That's the whole thing. So same with wrestling. I love all the behind
sex.
the scenes.
Yeah, that's the business behind
it. It's exactly the same. So
yeah, no.
Let's talk about Cincy Wrestling. So I live in Connecticut. Randy's in Ohio. He's a big fan. His wife Kristen got bled on the other day at a wrestling event.
Yeah, Battle on the Border. Wow. I think you were there, man. I think. I don't want to presume.
I was there.
Yeah, so the hooks match. The fans bring the weapons match. Yeah. He came over to the corner.
Yeah.
And he did a little you know how when Triple H comes out and spits the water? Well, he did that without spitting the water, and the blood just rained down on Kristen.
So he did the cover girl hair flip.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where does Randy send the dry cleaning bill, AJ?
Well, luckily it's not my promotion, but if you want to send it to Denim Blevins.
Her grandma got it out. It's all good. Yeah, no. We got grandparents on that.
Those are handy grandparents.
Yeah, that's when
you get rid of blood stains.
It's not even the dry cleaning bill. You just bleach it.
Just bleach it.
Now, yeah, well, now I got a problem with Jake Shepard trying to get her to go to the Hilton Room 14. First of all, we couldn't find a Hilton there. All right, anywhere in that town.
That tricky bastard.
Second of all, Mr. Shepard, I've never heard of room 14 at a Hilton. Normally, there's floors in a Hilton, so it's like a 114 or a 214. All right, and third of all, you ain't got no shot with my wife. So if you ever even look her way again, I'll get Jock Sampson to find you.
Maybe it was room 14 with a capital 1. Did you think about that, Randy?
Oh, it could be.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
AJ
Sounds like a supply closet to me.
Yeah. How about a good one? A Hilton supply closet.
Yeah, it's got that fancy mop with the nylon braids. So AJ,
with the
Cincy
mint
Wrestling.
on
What's
it.
Cincy Wrestling all about? How long you guys been in business? What type of wrestling do you put on?
Well, we do pro wrestling. So it started. Well, the business started in November of 2021. We really wanted to start back in March of, March of 20.
Yeah, everybody
But
did.
obviously, COVID and everything else. Yeah. So it kind of got put on standstill or on hold, during that time and so with COVID going on, we weren't allowed to do things. And, when things started opening back up about September, October, we started kind of pushing for more, ready for the show. And then, we launched in December, starting to announce the talents and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then the first show was May 27th. And then our next show is September 18th at the same place, even though it burned down. So,
Can't stop us,
which was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's kind of crazy how it happened. I actually submitted on the building that day that it burned down.
Oh, wow. I do have a question. I'm a big man. Did the bleachers burn down? Because those things needed an upgrade.
You know what? I'm hoping, because you're right. They did need an upgrade. But I'm not 100% sure. I haven't been inside the building. All that I got was clarification that it'll be ready on the 18th.
Oh,
so that's all that I was told.
Yeah.
So I can't go off on any more than that.
That's all he needs.
Well, and you're right there in the West End too, where you got Trotta's Pizza up the road. As a Cincinnati guy and a Trotta's fan, have you ever thought about a partnership? I don't want to put you on the spot. Just putting it out there.
Well, I can't really say right now. Okay, so I can't say this right now because it's not technically signed, but there is a featuring pizza company that will be serving hopefully pizza at the event.
Snap.
Another truck.
Wow.
Wow. You don't have to worry about all the NDA stuff. Nobody
I don't want
listens
to put
to
them on spot.
Yeah,
we got people in Iceland and Australia, so we're worldwide.
Yeah, and we're like in the top 10% of podcasts in Ireland too. So we're pretty big internationally.
Oh, they figured out podcasting.
Yeah. What? How many people are there? Like 5, maybe 10?
19,
something like that. They lost some population the last 2 years.
100.
So, yeah.
It's been a rough couple years for the Irish.
You got a brand new
forest fires, man.
A couple millennia.
Yeah, potatoes. Cody's
not great.
Irish. We can get into that later. But AJ, so you're starting a new promotion. How do you go about finding talent to perform? Not just shelling out big bucks for somebody like a Jock Sampson, who's a world famous superstar. We're good friends with him here on the show. But like regular talent to appear at your regular shows. Where do you find these guys?
It's kind of wild. So believe it or not, once you post that you have an event, the next thing you know, you've got talent basically emailing you every day, trying to get booked and trying to be. I kind of felt that was a thing, but I wasn't sure, and that's fascinating. And it's good. Yeah. They got to hustle, so good for them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they hustle, man. They all want to be booked. Everybody wants to be on the show, but at the same time, I call it film study, is what I call it. It's where me and my creative team go into a room and we watch a couple of guys tape, and then we say yay or nay, and at that point, we put the tape aside, and then we kind of go over, whatever the rate that they would send us to work. And then at that point, we just decide on if that's going to be, applicable to our show. Do the fans want to see them? Have we heard about them recently?
So you're like The Voice, but with like muscly sweat.
Say that again, Cody.
Yeah, it's like, whatever sticks kind of deal. That's kind of like what we kind of do.
The vetting process in general.
It's really tough. Yeah, it's tough, man, because we have our guys right now that are like built into the promotion pretty much locally, but then it's kind of like a throw against the wall for everything else. Like, okay, so we got this guy, we haven't seen him here, but he's going to main event. But then, necessarily like this might not be a guy that can main event, but he can be somewhere else. So you got to just kind of piece it together, piece by piece.
So please don't take any offense to this question when I ask it next. And God, these guys are giving me looks, but this is an honest question. So when you're booking your first show, can you really say no to many people? Like, you're trying to get as many wrestler performers there as possible, right?
Well, the criminals.
Yeah. Well, I think we counted every wrestler that sent in an inquiry, and we were almost at 400 to 500.
Oh, so you could say no. That's awesome.
Just wanting to perform.
That's great.
Yeah.
That warms my heart. Like, indie wrestling's doing so well.
It's tough, man. It's tough. That was the largest roster I think I've seen at an indie show, and we had almost 35 guys to 40 guys in the locker room.
Wow.
And it was a big show, and it was a lot of there was a lot of ups and downs throughout the night. Guys wanting to capitalize on their spot, in which I can tell you right now, everybody capitalized on their spot. Yep. It was a fantastic show.
Wow. All right. So you get all these guys and gals into the building. All right. And a lot of them, you're not, you're not like WWE where you have running weekly television and telling, it's long-term stories, right? So you have guys in for shows here when you do them. How do you go about booking that? Like, especially if you're bringing in talent who doesn't necessarily perform for you all the time, how do you decide who's going over, who isn't, what type of match is going to end up being working with all those different personalities?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's kind of different. The wrestling business is kind of like a brotherhood. So a lot of the guys that, you work with, you grow kind of close to, so a lot of these guys, some of them I've known, some of them I don't know. But you just kind of put against the wall, like what you think's going to work. And, luckily you have 2 months to produce a show, roughly. So you got to start building up your story from the ground up. So that's what we do a lot with Facebook and Twitter. You'll see a lot of those Twitter wars or a Facebook promo. But we just go for who's in the area or who's not in the area that I haven't seen in a while. That's kind of what we try to do, is pick apart, what we've seen versus what people haven't seen, and then mix it together and then come up with this great formula. Like, hey, like this guy, we haven't seen him in, 7 years here, or maybe never at all. That would be a big name. Okay, well, that's great. Or I'll yank, who's on television, or, people that, they want to see, but they necessarily can't see because, they're not in Philadelphia, they're not in Los Angeles, they're not in Florida.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Are you just staying local to the Cincy area? Are you traveling? Are you going to come out this way to Connecticut at all?
No, we're staying local in Cincinnati. We've mentioned a few times about maybe reaching out to Lawrenceburg, because it's on the Cincinnati border between that tri-state area. No plans for Kentucky. I know that. But that's about it. We love our local fans so much, just because it's just, that's our, I grew up in Cincinnati, so that's our sweet spot.
And you got to start somewhere too. You got to grow and you got to build that fan base, and then take it even bigger than that. So now you have an event coming up on the 18th of September, called Battle on the Border, right? And
nope.
Yeah, so no. I've got it wrong. I'm sorry, I read the wrong thing. Yeah, I'm gonna do this one. It's called Cincy Strikes Back, and that's at the place that burned down.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yes, it is.
All right, so Cincy Strikes Back. What are we looking forward to there?
Well, we got, this one's kind of a big one. We were kind of deciding if we wanted to talk about the place burning down, like put it in the slogan. We called it Cincy Strikes Back because, we are, it's not a one and done event.
Right.
But we thought about calling it, we've got some special stuff planned for the show, but, Ace Austin's really going to be he's been in Japan. For anybody who's watched television, he was, an Impact X Division champion. He just went over to Japan to compete in the D1, which is a super big deal, for him. Mm-hmm. And now he's coming back, and he'll be wrestling Carson Drake, the local most hated wrestler around. So, I can officially announce it, because we're sitting here waiting. So I don't know when this will be posted or if this is live, but, from my understanding, we're going to be doing a 30-minute Iron Man match.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
We have participants for that?
So, nope, 30-minute Ironman match. It's just Carson versus him. And, wherever it lands is where it lands.
Yeah, we thought you were announcing
I bought a bandana from Carson over the weekend, and I got it covered in Hook's blood and tried to give it back, and he wouldn't take it back. No, that guy is hilarious. I loved his material about how firefighters, what was it? How he put it? What a firefighter's family have to look forward to. A dead father and nothing in return. Like the right in the middle of a firehouse, Rim.
Carson's definitely a personality, for sure. You keep bringing up Hooks. So Hooks is actually going to be there as well.
Yep.
He'll be tag teaming with Madman Pondo versus Roach, which is sure to be, the creator of hardcore, and then the guy that, obviously seems to be getting blood on everybody, but he'll be there as well.
And so if I might travel out to Cincy for that weekend, we'll see, but I know Randy and Kristen are interested in going. How are they going to get tickets to this event?
Well, there's a couple different ways you can get them at the door. I know last time we sold out front row, second row, third row, fourth row, and fifth row. So you can buy them on CincyWrestling.com. It's via Eventbrite. So you can buy them on there. Just follow our Facebook page. Occasionally we do some super sales that you guys can take advantage of. I know there was a portion in time where this last month, there was some ringside exclusive members that got 30% off just because they were at the last event. And they were on the list. They were checked onto the list that we had made at the show.
Yeah, you got it. You know what? Everybody, if you listen out there, you're interested in like indie local wrestling, get on their mailing list and join all their pages and groups. And Chris and OC and I were going to shows in New York. He was on all of those. He was getting deals and discounts and all sorts of announcements, and it was all great. So, AJ, I know you're in your car and you probably got some stuff going on. Do you have time for a couple of questions from our audience?
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
All right. So we got one question here. We got a couple, but this is the first one. That's what I mean. Do we have any hardcore matches coming up for Cincy Wrestling?
We do, not in the state of Ohio. We'll be doing, I think we're kind of trying to push a show out in December towards the Indiana area. I'm 99% sure there'll be a hardcore match out there, but not at this current one.
Okay. Yeah. If we get one of our listeners, Svensson, to go out and visit that show in Indiana, would you guys like hit him with a bell or something? Because he was really mean to Cody last week, and we don't.
He was.
Yeah, we don't like him anymore.
Well, I can put it like this. I will let him take a picture with whoever our hardest core guy is. How about that?
All right. What about Randy and Chris?
Smack him around just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Well, actually, yeah. He needs it. He needs it.
Yeah.
Any chance we're going to see Brian Pillman Jr. in the Cincy Wrestling show?
I always say never say never.
Yeah, that's his area.
Brian works Brian works a pretty far area, because he works AEW every week, so it's kind of tough to get a hold of him to do that kind of thing. But I always say never, man. We're always looking. I always say we're always looking.
Try and offer him a GameCube. His stepdad broke his.
Yeah, and congratulations to Brian. I saw him, he won the Battle on the Border title as well, so congratulations to him.
Yeah, that was a hell of a match. Madman Fulton had a great reign. That was crazy. It's crazy how it all played out, because Congo came out, and who also stared at my wife's tits, I would like to point out, and then tried to steal her $25 Yeti koozie that she had a water bottle in.
Wow, where are you going?
Well, and then he, we were like, hey, you can have the water, but we need the koozie back, I'm sorry, man. So he had to come back out and give us our koozie back. But that was an amazing match is all I'm saying. That was how the show ended, was Kristen lost her koozie.
Damn.
Has Jock Sampson worked for Cincy Wrestling, or will he? Will we ever see Jock Sampson in a Cincy Wrestling ring? We love Jock Sampson here.
Well, it's man. So yeah, I'll put it like this: I have received tape. There's tape in my folder right now, And it's so funny you guys say that because I literally just got the tape in my folder, and I haven't had time to go through the folder yet because we've been promoting for the 18th, but we just kind of started working towards December. And it was funny enough that I was supposed to be doing some tapes tonight to look through, and his tape's actually in there.
Wow.
We got an hour and a half if you want to break it out.
Yeah, we Jock Sampson, we're big fans of the Emperor of West Virginia. He will always be the Emperor of West Virginia to me, Randy. I don't care what that Amish guy says.
Okay, Levi Everett won that title.
I don't care. He's my emperor.
You're not going to recognize the Amish.
AJ, I tell you what,
he worked so hard.
If Cincy Wrestling flies me out, puts me up in first class hotel, Ubers and all that stuff, I will come out to the ring with Jock Sampson in December. I will represent him as being a member of the office.
But Jock has to get his own accommodations.
He does have 1,500 Twitter followers. I don't know what that's.
Yeah, it's pretty big. I used to be a pretty big deal in podcasting. I'm not anymore. AJ, one last personal question from me. Is that out here in Connecticut, there's a couple wrestling schools and wrestling promotions. I would like to announce in the ring, like be a ring announcer. What do you think would be the best way to announce my, no pun intended, announce my intentions to one of these companies? Send them a tape, reach out to them with a letter, both?
A lot of it's training, you start from the ground floor up.
Yeah.
There's a couple of promotions here in Cincinnati. So you just kind of reach out. APW, Ascend Pro Wrestling, and FGW are two really good schools that are here in this area. But if you were in Connecticut, I would just look up and read the reviews on, see who they put out from their school, and see if they do it. Because not every school does, like refereeing and announcing. It just depends on the school.
I'll do it for free.
I know that there's some schools that do it and some schools don't.
I just get up there and start announcing shit.
It's pretty wild.
Yeah. I got to say.
Yeah. Just go in there and just start doing it.
If you're looking for any type of color commentary, if you're doing a broadcast or whatever, Randy is fantastic at this. All right. And he would be a good representative of your company. He's homegrown Cincinnati.
Oh boy. Hey, you know what? You talk to Sean Bossman about that. That's not my department.
Is that the ring announcer? Man, he was so friendly. I think, man, I'm terrible with names, but I'm good with faces. Your ring announcer was so friendly with me, and we had a great interview. I wanted to get him on the show because he's just been, he does so much in the area.
Yeah, JP Perry. That's our ring announcer. Sean Bossman is our commentator.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I sound like I could probably take him out. Yeah.
And
just take him out and start commentating.
Hey, Sean's our creative director, so you send him an email, and if he says it's okay, I'm cool with it.
All right.
Yeah. Do that, Randy, and then offer Cody services to edit any TV they do, because Cody's a professional editor, AJ. He's worked on Sharknado.
Oh my gosh.
Miller Lite.
Oh boy.
Can you not?
No. Okay. Cody,
I was about to say that's a pretty big list.
He's a pretty big guy. He's a big time guy. Yep. Yep. He's
got new source monitors.
Long Island.
So he's ready to rock and roll.
Yeah. Cody, do you have any questions
from Missouri.
for AJ?
AJ, can you walk me through like a nightmare day for you? Like what's the shit you got to like deal with when it all hits the fan?
Thank God I don't do it every day. A nightmare day, we actually had one before the show. 2 days before, believe it or not. So we were like running through this nightmare of, getting clearance to, run the building. The building's a nightmare sometimes, when you work a venue, it comes from there. But even worse was JTG called me at like 9 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock in the morning, and goes, "Hey, my flight's been canceled. What do you want to do?" Well, on the fly,
and
the night before, he's calling, like, "What do you want me to do?" So you have to get him whatever the most available flight is, So you got to work around that. A lot of the time, you got to work around, when you get to the venue, making sure the ring gets set up at the right time. That was a long, process, was getting the ring up and then, getting the chairs out, but as well as, making sure at the same time we're there checking in tickets, and everybody knows how to use the ticket system. and unfortunately not everybody does. So then you have to kind of move around, and you're multitasking, you know, so it's crazy all at once, you know, but once it kind of gets settled in, it's perfect. You know, you find your little niche.
Right. I don't know if you guys are looking to, you know, add staff or anything, but Randy's wife, Kristen, is fantastic at logistics and booking and stuff. But no joke. I'm plugging the shit out of my Ohio people tonight. I'm sorry, Cody. If you were closer,
there you go.
I'd do more. Randy, you have any questions for AJ?
Well, so for me, it's you talked about watching tape. And I wanted to just kind of piggyback on that. And what sticks out to you the most that makes you go, all right, you know, that's the guy. Because like, I just wanted to say you had such a diverse group of guys there that, you know, like Icon Lee, for instance, a great up and comer, like holding the, what's the name of the belt? The Dream House belt. And he had a great match, and he told me before the match exactly what he was going to do. He was going to work on the leg, and he worked on the leg, and he took his opponent out. You know, and between him and everyone else, he had that great match with Casey Navarro and JTG. You know, I just was so emotionally invested in the show. Well, I'm just interested. What is it that sticks out on the tape that helps you put together that roster?
A lot of it's, you know, either guys that have worked in the past that I've seen work, or some tape that just jumps out to me. You know, these highlight tapes, you know, most promoters will not look at 35 minutes to 45 minutes of tape. So they've got about 3 to 5 minutes between. And if it pops, you know, it sticks to me, you know, and then I put it aside, and then I go, okay, that guy can work. You know, unless it's explained to me, you know, from others, but it's not actually all me, believe it or not. My mentor is Florida Championship Wrestling former promoter Bill Brown, who actually used to wrestle with Rick. You know, he was the promoter of Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, all those guys that wrestled there, Jake the Snake. So he's been my mentor throughout the whole process. But as far as the booking of the guys, you know, without us passing names back and forth with, you know, me and Bill and a couple of other creative guys, a lot of it's just those 2 to 5 minute clips, man. You know, if we hear some buzz on somebody, Casey obviously has a lot of buzz. And, you know, this was something he put the match together, believe it or not. He just asked if it was okay to do it. And, you know, I know everybody it was invested for Shad.
Yep.
That was the whole part of the match, you know, JTG, and that's why, you know, the chemistry those two have, and then what they created, there's nothing that I, you know, said or did or, you know, whatever. They made it on their own. So we try to put people together that work well.
You're doing a great job. Yeah. That's all I want to say.
Yeah, AJ, thank you so much for spending some time with us here. Let's plug your event on the 18th of September one more time and where we can get tickets. It's Cincy Strikes Back, right?
Absolutely. Cincy Strikes Back, CincyWrestling.com to get your tickets, or you can get them at the door. But if you want to sit in the first, second, third, or fourth row, I would advise buying tickets ahead of time because they do sell out.
Yeah. And if you are a fan of professional wrestling and you haven't been to a local independent show, go, because they're amazing. They're so much fun. You're so close to the action. Everybody's so friendly, usually. And it's a fun crowd of wrestling nerds, and everybody has a good time.
Yeah, I get a lot of comments about my weight from the guys, but you know, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
especially
if it was Carson Drake, you just tell him to shut up. If it was Carson Drake, you tell him to shut up.
Well, he said, he thought I had, you know, bandana money, which I did. I just had to get it from my wife. But he was like, but you probably spent it all on Taco Bell. So I was
Who doesn't?
All right, man.
That's not nice.
All right.
Man. Yeah.
AJ, before
he's a nice guy.
Sometimes he's not talking shit to Randy. That's not nice. But AJ, sometime before the show on the 18th of September, get your tickets at Cincy Wrestling. CincyWrestling.com? Or is it Facebook site?
Yeah, CincyWrestling.com.
CincyWrestling.com.
Yeah, we'll make sure we get that in the notes for the podcast too, right, Rim?
Yes, absolutely. And I'd love to have you back as we get closer to that, because and take some time here, because I want to pitch the character of Large Individual to you. Okay, and we're going to do a whole thing on this if you're okay with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
All right, so we'll have Kristen set that up.
It sounds like an excellent opportunity.
All right, and we can all learn something from each other when we do that too. So it'd be great. AJ, thank you so much for joining us here on the Rich Dickman Show. Look forward to everything that you got coming. You sound great. I love the enthusiasm you have in your voice for this. You can tell that you really love this. So thank you for doing it and coming on with us.
I appreciate it, man. Anything you guys need, just let me know.
Damn.
Don't say that.
Yeah, don't say that. Yeah.
I should say anything within reason. That's what I should.
Don't say that either. AJ, thank you so much. Have a great night.
We'll keep that on the down low.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
All righty, bye-bye.
Bye. All right.
Hell
yeah.
That was our first
Good job,
call
Kristen.
in. 30 minutes of a guest there. Cody, what'd you think of that? I know you're bored, but
It's amazing. It's good. Yeah. I liked how he was in a
good.
car. That was nice.
Yeah.
Sounds like he got out
things.
though. Yeah, no, it's good. People
Thank
do
you.
things.
Thank you to Kristen for setting that up for us. And thank you for Randy for being awake and being alert and being part of that. Appreciate it, buddy.
He did it. We're still here.
Yep. Randy fell asleep.
No, he's good.
No, I sent him a gift that said, "This guy gets it." The Rick and Morty gift.
Okay.
Man, you're a communication wizard.
You
Randy.
really are. Yeah. And
A
listen,
savant.
Randy, he gave you that guy. He told you to email that guy. All right. Email that guy.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. Email him. I want you to, and I want you to tell me when you do it.
Man, now you sound like my therapist.
Do I have to play the Eminem song for you?
Mom spaghetti.
Yeah.
Knees weak.
Yeah.
Arms are heavy.
Yeah. All right.
Vomit on his sweater.
So-
You know what's funny about that, Brim?
What?
Is I almost said, who has been his Eminem that Dr. Dre picked out of just those random. I almost went with that direction of the song. Maybe I'll be his Eminem.
Maybe you will, but you got to take that step. You got to take that step, man. Yep.
Man.
Oh, Kristen
I don't know what the
messaged him
fuck is
already.
going on.
Okay, well, just be ready. All right, don't fucking back up. All right, so
Who's large individual? Am I color commentary or large individual or both?
you could do both. It's fucking professional wrestling, dude. Nobody cares.
Oh man, that'd be amazing if we put a lavalier on you and you commentate while you're getting the shit kicked out of you. Like, here's large individual taking a super kick to the throat.
It's like,
Yeah.
Oh, Steve,
That'll be
that
my
was too
gimmick.
close. God damn. All right. So thank you again to AJ and CincyWrestling.com. Make sure you check that out. And we'll have, I do want to have him back to do the whole large individual thing. But let's get into the show a little bit more here. RichDickman.com for all of your
We
Rich
should
Dickman
put together a panel like The Voice, like him, Jock.
Yeah.
And
do what with them?
yeah. And then other people maybe we can find.
needs. Listen, producers. I can't say your last name. So did Kristen take your last name, by the way?
Yeah.
She did. Okay. So the producers, executive producer Randy, get to it.
Yeah.
All right. And I'll happily host it.
Oh, old school contract law here.
Hell yeah. That's right. You own her now. That's how that works. Cody, what's going
All the
on?
marriage
seen it.
certificates were largely created to keep the races from mingling.
Okay, Randy. All right, that's enough. We did the dead dad jokes twice already. Stop.
I missed one.
When did I make a dead dad joke?
You
Thank
did
very much. I did not make-
you did dead parents twice in that interview. Twice.
When?
You did
When?
the one where the firefighter getting killed in the firehouse.
Okay, that wasn't my dead parent joke. That was Carson Drake.
But
I was just simply.
it was there. Okay, Cody, what's going on, buddy? How are you? How's your week been?
Man. Good.
Yeah.
I have been eating like a fucking trash fiend and I hate it.
Why? Why are you eating so much?
It's not so much. It's just I'm like, for whatever reason, like my body's like, hey, you should eat the greasiest goddamn food known to mankind at 11:45 p.m. What could go wrong? Everything. Goddamn it, Rem, can go wrong if you eat greasy food at 11:45 p.m.
What was it? What was the food?
Oh, it's pizza, of course.
Oh,
Pepperoni.
Okay.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, it's too late. It's 11:40. Like, it is like I'm an old man now, and my body's just like, yo, we're not accepting deliveries right now. You have to leave that outside the building until we get to it in the morning. And it's just like, wow, that's just acid reflux everywhere.
what are you, 30, 33?
Yeah. Jesus
it gets,
age.
Cody,
No, I know it gets worse. I can see you, right? Yeah. Oh, I know it gets worse. I have to look at you every goddamn week. I know it gets worse.
You know what? God damn it. Fuck you, first of all. Second
no,
of all,
I love you. Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss.
You're looking in your pantry at night because you know you want a snack, but your body's telling you you don't want a snack, but in your head you want a snack and you can't figure out what kind of snack you want, so you just go to bed hungry.
Oh, I've frozen Pop-Tarts for that.
Okay, well, so
Right.
you still have that. I used to have
waffles,
things I could
$1.49 at
That's enough,
Aldi's.
Randy.
my shit doesn't do it for me. Like having dinner where I used to have like a plate and a half, 2 plates because I ate a lot. I can barely get through a plate. Randy's all frozen. That better not be. Oh, there you are. You're back.
No, he's moving. He's
I've been
high
fine,
as
man.
shit.
Okay, that's probably me then. It's tough, man, because you can't eat. You get full too quick, and then when you get full too quick, you get sick, and it's like,
Yeah, it's like dying for stage 1.
Did you just get back on Adderall too?
yeah.
That's kind of the same symptoms.
Is it really? No, I'm not on anything. I'm just getting old, and I'm not. My habits are changing and stuff. It's weird.
Man.
Yeah.
You should give it a shot, man.
Yeah. Cody, what do you got in the pipe tonight?
What I got in the pipe? I don't know. I'm just gonna sip for my flask and see what's on YouTube.
You get swatted this week or arrested for real?
No, that didn't happen this week. No, that one.
This week
that
on Hawaii 5-0.
That one failed to grace me for the second time.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, unswatted, unbothered, hydrated, feeling good.
You know, Cody, the other night, what's today? Monday night, I finished watching wrestling. New era in professional wrestling as Vince McMahon has been forced to resign. Let's say resign.
No, he wasn't forced. He wanted to do this. He was an old man. He was what? 107?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So
77.
109.
It was the first time in Monday Night Raw history that Vince McMahon was not in charge of creative or even in the building. Well, he's been not in charge. Not in charge.
You know, he delegated everything.
Yeah, he actually did write a big portion of that show, but that's I don't know. What I was watching, I was excited because it's a whole new era, right? So the show ends, 11 o'clock comes around, and I go downstairs and I do my nightly NASCAR thing. I did a bunch of laps at Michigan International Speedway. I finished second because caution came out in the last lap. Bunch of bullshit, but that's a different story. And then I went. Yeah.
Why do they include that in the video game?
What, cautions?
Yeah.
It's part of the race. They fast forward through it though. You don't sit through the 17 caution lap.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that seems like something you would leave out of your escapist.
Yeah. No. They put it in there so
sure.
you can do pit strategy if you're doing longer races. Get tired, all this thing. But
I mean, that'd be like putting piss breaks in golf simulators. No, just leave that out.
Yeah. you wear the outside catheter for that. So
we should make the Amazon warehouse simulator.
I like it. Like it would be like that game, the burger fries game where you make the food and Diner Dash. That's what I meant. So Cody.
Yeah.
So anyways, I went to bed and I'm laying in bed and I can't sleep. Hour passes. I still can't sleep.
Apparently, I have wizard sleeping powers, according to Amara. But
it's amazing. So
I know.
I didn't fall asleep until probably about 5:30 in the morning. I got myself about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I know, it was awful. It was a wreck. But I'm thinking it wasn't into time because you don't talk to us during the week. But I was thinking, man, I was just there bored.
No.
I could have just been texting Cody. We could have.
No,
chatted.
you couldn't have. No, you couldn't have.
About something.
No, you couldn't have.
What do you mean? Why not?
No, you couldn't have.
You wouldn't if I'm up at night. You wouldn't chat with me.
No,
it's messed up. Man.
You'd immediately make it weird. You'd be like, "Oh, Cody, did you ever think about the butterfly effect?" And fucking, I don't have time for this,
why is that weird? That sounds like a Stone Curiosity Hour.
Yeah, but it's you complaining to me.
You know what?
Yeah. It's all above. Goddamn, it's all above my pay grade. If I get $0, you know what? That's all I have to say.
What's up? How you doing, pal? Nothing, huh?
No,
Nothing.
because you might be weird. I might have to talk you down from like a bridge or something like that, and I do not have the time for doing that at any schedule, any hour of the day. Yeah. I do not have time.
Hold on, Randy. I got to finish this thought and I'll let you go. But Cody, one thing you don't have to do with me, which you personally never have to do with me, because I understand the limits of our relationship and I will never cross those, is you will never have to talk me down off of anything. I will never, ever come to you with any of my bullshit.
Man.
If I'm texting you at 3 a.m, it's just to say, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
You said it's because you fucking can't sleep. That's already bullshit. Go to sleep, Rem.
Me texting you.
Go
at 3
to
in the morning
sleep, or I'll
say, hey,
put you to bed. I'll put you to bed. No, I know that's a very convenient time for me, being on Hawaiian time, but still, no. You're too friendly, Rem. God damn it.
Okay, Randy, what were you going to say? I'm sorry.
Rem, do I need to enable your contact to be able to call through whenever I'm sleeping? Like, because I turn on the sleep mode on my phone.
I do that too. Yeah, you got to respect your own time, Randy.
Yeah, Randy, if you set limits, it's fine. The only reason I'm talking about messaging Cody at 3 in the morning is because at my 3 in the morning, it's only 9 p.m. for him. So he's still up watching television, watching the
I'm busy doing that, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm busy doing those things, though.
Okay.
John Locke has something important to say, probably.
Cody, one day you're going to be up at 3 a.m. You're going to be like, fuck, I wish I could call Rem right now. All right. And then I'm going to be like,
because I just
you know what I'm going to do? Because I'm a good human being. I'm a good individual. I will pick up the phone and say, hey, what's up, Cody? That's what I'll do.
I saw a meme that said millennial nursing homes are going to be awesome because we'll all be able to play D&D and we'll be able to eat out.
Trade
and
Funko
out,
Pops.
Especially if all of our schedules line up.
In a nursing home, they always line up.
Work.
I used to work in a
nursing home.
We'll
have to work. We'll have to work.
They make your schedules line up. If you try to go wine tasting at No,
our work schedules,
noon.
because we won't have Social Security. We'll have to go to work and then come back to the nursing home.
No, it'll be online. We'll be controlling avatars. We'll be avatars doing chemical work somewhere.
No, man, they're gonna make us make ladders and shit. That's what nursing homes are going to be in the future.
Oh,
they're just going to make you make ladders and chairs all fucking day.
Just real fine woodworking or with plastic?
Oh, no, just really utilitarian Soviet shit. Just ladders for just ladders and fucking chairs. All uncomfortable and dangerous.
Like when they make the blind veterans make the poppies, we'll just be the old people making the chairs.
Yeah.
Perfect.
They're more like stools.
Yeah.
I think we need some more dangerous products released into the wild, like lawn darts. We need to bring.
Yeah, we need the '80s back. That's what we need. When you were living on a prayer, baby. Bon Jovi sang it, and we lived it.
We've got the inflation. I mean, we're already on the way.
We're getting there. Yeah. I'm not. No politics. We don't do politics.
Music was good.
Just like WWE, we don't do politics.
Politics are suck.
Politics are. Hey, I got producer Ryan working on a logo.
Amazing.
Oh.
Yeah. So. Randy, what's going on with you, my friend? How's things?
Good. I've had an interesting week. So I finally called my doctor because I got an EMG a couple of months ago.
What's an EMG?
On my wrists.
Oh.
An electromagnetic graph or something. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It's where they poke you with electrodes and make your hands do this.
Oh.
And they test to see how bad your nerves are.
Oh, I got that from testing for carpal tunnel. Yeah, that sucked. That wasn't fun.
It's carpal tunnel.
Yeah.
Well, I got my results and I have something in my neck that's causing my hands to go numb.
Oh,
cool.
So
what'd you name it?
Do an MRI on the neck. Cody?
What'd you say? What did you name him?
What did I name him?
Yeah, the thing in your neck. You got to name it.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be Jimmy for sure.
Jimmy.
Because Jimmy eats the world.
Look on Cody's
face.
face.
My father-in-law.
Patreon.com.
Anyways.
The shit-eating grin.
So I found that out. And then I got a new medicine. Well, my old medicine lady is my new medicine lady.
What are you talking about?
Thank you, Neo Geo in the chat. I hope it's nothing serious too. I don't, nothing in my life's that serious.
No, we're going to exploit the shit out of it for the podcast. So
it's just an edema.
Yeah, well, hopefully they tell me that I can't wrestle, and so I'll have to retire. Like Cincy Wrestling, large individual will retire.
Whoa.
You know what I mean? I'll have this whole body of work.
Randy.
Body of work.
What if if you had to retire from wrestling, and we could talk AJ into booking this shit for the 18th of September, right? Where large individuals booked in a match against anybody. I didn't fucking care. That guy gets introduced. You get introduced. You're in the ring, got the robe on, and you grab the microphone. The ring announcer says, "Ladies and gentlemen, I have an announcement to make. I have to retire." You do the whole Edge thing. After 11 years, I have to retire. All this bullshit. You never had the match. You retire. You know what I mean? You get your moment.
Yeah, and everyone's like, "Who is that?"
Exactly.
Yeah.
Who's that guy? I was like, "Oh, it's
and it'll go viral on social media."
Individual.
That's
I actually like body of
right.
work more.
Yep. See,
yeah.
You know what we can do, Cody? You know what we can do?
I hate you spike my anxiety every time you ask questions like this.
We can make a training montage of Randy getting ready for his first match, only to have it end in him retiring before it ever starts.
Yeah.
It's hilarious to me. I'm sorry.
Blow out an ACL or something.
Maybe he'll book me against the champion instead of Dalton Castle. Maybe Scott Hall's son versus me.
Yeah, anything. And then somebody, then the real guy booked against Scott Hall's son will come out to take your place.
Yeah,
this is great. This is good stuff.
Dalton Castle and the boys.
Kristen, take notes. I know Randy won't do it. Take notes, and we'll bother AJ with this next time we have him on. I bet you, because we're such a big deal here.
I have to get a mask. I wonder if El Abogado will loan me his mask.
Reach out. You got to reach out. He's retired. But I hear you can get a hold of him if you hit the right combination of sunlight versus.
Could you imagine robe El Abogado mask?
Oh my god,
large individual.
Absolutely, that's
like what in my entrance music is the MSI Witness song.
It's music from Boba Fett.
Oh
yeah, Cody training montage. I have it all. It's all in my head right now. It's gonna be great.
Good,
it's gonna be awesome. All right,
I gotta learn
best
to run
place
the
for that.
ropes.
It's going to be more toilet.
I got to learn to
edits.
get into the ring. Maybe we do this more long term.
You got to get the butterbean outfit.
You can't assure that.
Butterbean outfit, really?
Yeah, you get the red, white, and blue Star Spangled Banner boxer trunks, and the
underneath my robe.
Yeah, and the white boxing shoes. Tape up your wrists.
And I will pretend to start the match several times and then get out of the ring and get the microphone and be like, again, I am non-binary, large individual. And
like, dude,
I'm different than you.
Due to injury.
And you know it.
And if you boo me, it's a hate crime.
If you boo me, it's a hate crime.
Yeah. And get the Kamala tattoos on your belly. All right, that's enough. Right, Cody is so bored with the wrestling. Get ready for the montage, though, Cody. It's going to be great. Randy, you got something growing on your neck. Doctor's looking into that. What else?
No, it's not. It's inside. It's a compression on my nerves.
Oh,
on the inside of my neck.
Yeah, it's an edema problem.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. All right.
No, they're talking surgery, Rim.
What do you mean? Like what kind of like put you on your ass surgery or like get in there, clean it out, off you go?
Do the neck and both wrists. I'll have to
at the same time.
I'll have to rig up something so I can hit the bidet with my tongue.
Yeah.
I was about to ask, who's wiping your ass?
How are you doing this?
Yeah. Kristen will do it. She's my secretary.
Well, that's the
they
obvious
always say your
answer.
second wife's the secretary, right?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. That's why you're the secretary, babe.
Cody, if you were to ever have no use of your arms for whatever reason, like you broke them or you had surgery about the same time, like you couldn't use your hands.
Right.
What's your plan for cleaning up?
Stay in the hospital.
I mean, while they're chopping body parts off them, you just chop the anus off. You know what I mean?
You just go right
crop
to
it out.
Colonoscopy. Colostomy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? I'll just shoot it out of my side like squid ink.
Oh, it's stinky squid ink, but
it's worse.
Yeah, and you can make a big
How'd
deal
I get
about
here?
it.
Fuck
sure
you
everybody
for
knows.
answering this question.
Yeah, my wife, she has famously refused to help me out in any way should I break both my arms. On the toilet is what I mean.
You probably deserve it.
Well, some would say yes, most would say no, but I'm on my own. Like if I have to take a shit, like I was gonna have to jump in the bathtub or something afterwards. That's even worse.
Don't jump.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't jump when you have two broken arms.
You have to stand in the shower.
Or in a bathtub
I don't think
at
you
all.
can get down.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I'm talking as a fat man. Like if I get down into the bathtub, like it takes everything in me to get out.
You got to get a bar.
Like it takes everything in me not to. Which was the president who died in the tub? Was that Taft?
Yep.
Like I don't want to Taft.
Nobody
Cody,
wants to Taft.
Did you do a roast mortem on Taft?
No, nobody did a roast mortem on Taft.
Okay. I want to know more about the bathtub dying.
That's the funny thing about Taft. He died in the bathtub, and they had to make it a huge bathtub for him because he was a very large man. He was a very large man of gravitas.
Of gravity.
Yes.
Why do you keep saying it wrong?
It's different. They're different words. You genius. You sparkling genius.
See, this is how much I pay attention to you, Cody. I learn what kind of bugs you.
Yeah, and then you twist knife. I noticed. I'll twist something. Yeah.
I love Randy. What else happened with you this week? You had surgery. You had some.
Went to wrestling.
You went to wrestling. You got blood. Kristen got bled on. That's gross.
And hit on. What's gross?
Getting bled on.
Why? I mean, we only have 2 confirmed cases of monkeypox in Ohio.
Oh,
we were in Indiana, so they have 30 over there. Oh fuck, man! I got to stop watching the news in the morning.
Yeah, you just
have to get up so early.
Stop watching the news altogether. Just stop. Any type of news, just stop watching it. Okay, live your life.
Like it's funny because they ran out of bad shit to talk about local, and they started pulling in shit from across the country. Like
shit you never.
There was a shooting here, and there.
That's literally.
It's like
that was literally like the closing message of Anchorman, and a lot of people don't remember that fucking moral of the story of Anchorman, because it was just like, Will Ferrell, funny glass case of emotion movie, but it's just like, no, it like literally like when the 24 news cycle hit, you had to do puff pieces from far off instead of like local stories that actually pertain to you. Yeah,
you don't.
News
always
used to be
need
fucking
news.
at hours, not entire days.
Yeah, it was better.
I'm real grumpy.
Why?
Because I have to go to the office tomorrow, and there's construction on my route. Then it takes me pretty far, deviates me pretty far out of the way.
But
it's the only
reframing
day out of the week.
Reframing, exactly. It's the only day out of the week you have to go to the office. That's what's positive.
Yeah.
If it's the only day, you can do like a nice early thing. You know what I mean? Get up at the ass crack of dawn, have a nice slow coffee. Go to whatever.
I have to get up ass crack of dawn every day. Like,
so then you do the all night bender on coffee. You know what I mean?
I might
fucking 1 a.m. Because, 1 a.m. rolls around. Put coffee on.
3 weeks, and I took some Adderall. So
put coffee on at 1 a.m. Stay up until 5.
Cody, you want to talk about some large individual copy after this?
You said body of work, and I think that's way cooler of a wrestler name. You know what I mean? It's like, now entering the body of work. And you just come out.
Oh, yeah. The body of work is your. Are you saying it's just the body of work? Not Randy?
No, that's the name. Okay. No, yeah. The body
Randy,
of work.
The body of work.
You know what I mean? Like The Rock. It's just like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That could be your heel. That could be alter heel. Because because they used to do that with wrestlers. You know what I mean? Like they literally used to like take the Iron Sheik. And what did they do to the Iron Sheik? They made him like a general Adnan for Sergeant Slaughter. I remember that. Like, they made him look like a Saddam Husseini too.
Yeah, but even crazier than that, back in the territory days, Cody, before WWE became a huge deal, is that you'd have wrestlers, they work territories. They work the territory for a couple months, and they go to another territory, and just going around, and making the loops. Yeah. You'd have a guy being like in a Texas territory, and he'd be like the biggest bad guy in the world, right? And everybody, they boo the shit out of him. When he leaves the territory, he goes like to Northwest territory, and he's the biggest good guy. Everyone loves it, because
it gets confusing.
TV.
It gets confusing in the middle.
Yeah.
It's just like, whoa.
The people in the Northwest, they never saw the stuff down in Texas. They don't know that the guy they're worshiping just hit another guy with a car or some bullshit, whatever the fuck, some bunkhouse stampede match.
I always thought about that, and it's got to be like super easy for like, the Mexican like wrestling, like the luchadora. You know what I mean? Because you just trade masks. You know what I mean? Because like, your physique is, once your physique is keen, like you probably can like just be a body double for anyone. You know what I mean? So if, a large individual, took the fucking, luchador route, you could just hand the mask off when you want a vacation, Randy. And you give it to Rem, and Rem can be your like body double.
Yeah. And nowadays, with everybody all these terrible tattoos, everybody looks the same under a mask, right? So Randy, you got to get some terrible tattoos if you're going to wear a mask. So you look just like Bam Bam Bigelow. He's dead though.
Okay. Yeah. Well, no. What if when I retired, I introduced Jock Sampson to Cincy Wrestling?
No, I mean exactly. Like that's the whole thing. Is like you would give way to the next challenger to the.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it would be Jock if you could get him. Yeah, but that's for another show. You do anything else, Randy?
Well, then Jock could wrestle under the mask as large individual.
Okay, so
he could get a luchador style.
Man, I wish Rich Dickman gave us money to fuck around with, and we could do like that type of shit. Like we get Jock Sampson, would just pay him a bunch of money to be a large individual for a match. You know what I mean? Just to build a legend. Oh, whatever.
Yeah.
Cody.
Yeah.
As a creator, maybe you can appreciate the story I'm about to tell.
Maybe.
Yeah. No anxiety. Right.
No, it's there. It's always there.
I know it's always there, but
it's like the noise on a phone line of every conversation you have. It's just a low humming anxiety.
What I mean is that this won't cause anxiety.
No, it's there.
Rim, before you do that, can I just say the review's in from AJ?
Yeah.
He says, LOL, it was fun, like Barstool.
All right.
Compared to Barstool.
Hell yeah. I hope he tells his friends.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll finally go someplace before I retire. Cody. So, all right. So, Cody, you know my son has a YouTube channel, right? And he
it's good.
He does a good job making his own videos, and there's some creative choices he makes that I wouldn't make, but it's not my channel. I'll let him do his thing. I'm just proud of the kid for doing it for 2.5 years.
You want me to yell at him for you? I'll tell him he's doing shit wrong for you.
Actually, that might be what's needed. Okay.
I mean, he has to be objectively wrong.
You should start a YouTube channel where you criticize his YouTube videos, Cody. Like frame by frame.
I could do that.
There's a lot of built-up content.
Yeah.
You can go for a while.
Okay.
And then you can branch out to other kids.
You do Evan Tube. So Cody, all right. So for whatever reason, I don't understand why. I don't know how this happened, but my wife bought the kids these squeaking rubber chickens. You squeeze them and go, whoop, and they're rubber chickens, right?
Yeah.
And so for whatever reason, my daughter gets an idea. She says, I want a YouTube channel. And I know my daughter, she's kind of a pain in the ass. And she doesn't stick to things. And I said,
sure.
Sweetheart, I'm not going to put any time and effort into making you a YouTube channel until you show me that you're serious. So she went and she made a couple of videos like on her own, like just here and there. And she worked with her brother and they made some videos together. And I said, okay, well, now you got to come up with a name because I'm not going to come up with a name for you. And she did.
Yeah.
So we set up her YouTube channel, right? So her first upload, her first upload is an 8-second clip of this fucking chicken just coming into frame and squeaking, right?
Right.
1,500 views.
Yeah.
Just like that.
It's your first words are often your most important. So you're going to need, you need to make a statement.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying. You need to make a splash. And prop comedy was daring, but God damn it. Apparently it worked.
Yeah. So it was a short, so it kind of, it goes into the YouTube Shorts thing, and as you're just thumbing through, melting your brain, it pops up. So, it's easier to get views that way. But my poor son, he's like, I put so much time and effort into my videos, and I don't get 1,000 of them. Like, he's like devastated by this.
And you're like, son, I've been feeling that about your videos for years.
In a way, it's kind of what I said. And I said, listen, buddy, first of all, you just stick to what you like making. Right? Because you don't. So I guess I got to make stupid videos now to get views. I'm like, if you're doing videos for views, you're doing videos for the wrong reasons. The same with podcasting. If you're doing podcasting to get listeners and make money, you're doing it for wrong. You got to do the shit because you like doing it. All right,
dude, this is my long-term plan.
This is Randy's retirement. We're talking.
Dude,
about.
I got less than 80 episodes to go, brother. So you need to figure that shit out.
What?
Yeah, no, this isn't.
Dude, I've been fucking off for 3 years at work because of this podcast. Yeah, I thought this was the end game.
You know how I keep telling you the check's coming? It's not coming.
Today. It's not coming today.
I've been putting my heart and soul into this thing.
Okay, well, we can talk.
And you're telling me right now on air, like, is this a shoot? Are you telling me right now that there's no long-term value to be had in this podcast,
Randy, one of the 3 hosts doesn't even download the show, okay? So that's...
Oh, man. I wonder who that is. That guy must suck cock. He's got to be embarrassed, whoever that guy is.
Yeah, this is my vanity project that's gone on way too long, and you got stuck being a part of it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is all Svensson's fault.
Man, I'm gonna have to call my therapist.
You're gonna have to first of all call Svensson for getting this shit going because it's his fault. All right.
Don't curse too much.
Fucking Svensson. Yeah. Svensson, let me go off on you because Rim said I didn't go off hard enough on you. You know what? You Indiana hailing
Actually,
trucker.
I think he's Illinois, but it's funny when I say he's Indiana.
Illinois, even worse, even more expensive on marijuana.
It's a weird word or name.
Cannabis.
Illinois. I was talking about Illinois.
Svensson, I forget why I'm mad at you. I yield the rest of my time to Cody.
Yeah.
Get him?
No, it's good.
No, this is my long-term plan.
Well, that was the worst thing you could have said if you wanted it to be like, you know what I mean? You just proved how not long-term you're thinking of by saying, I defer the rest of my time to Cody. Somebody write that down. Let's have that be the last words of this fucking show.
Of the show, just end it right
here. Yeah. No. Just whenever we decide to sign out, it's Randy just being, I defer the rest of my time to Cody, and then we just
301.
That's how we end it.
Yeah, that's good, Cody. Yeah. That's good long-term plan. I like it.
Rim. Yeah. I lost a relationship with my godparents over the show. Like I chose you over them, man.
Why would the sun's going to burn out one day, Randy.
Yeah.
The sun is going to burn up and swallow this planet one day.
Don't sacrifice anybody for me. I'm a piece of shit. All right. You know the way I talk to you on the show? That's like literally how I feel. So, it's time to move on.
Oh, man.
I'm doing the thing now where I'm getting, I'm trying to push away everybody who ever got close to me. Right. That's what I do.
Yeah.
And you can't push me away, buddy.
Yeah.
Well, that's what the
I have
cattle
a
prod is
gravitational
for.
pull that pulls you towards me.
Cody. That's why I did the thing with Cody. I wanted to see how far I could push him before, he starts to
before what? The restraining order?
And I found it. I found the point. His phone calls it.
Did Rim swat your neighbor?
I will.
It's probably fucking Rim.
Yeah. I will. Don't fuck around. So I had to spend. I spent about 20 minutes trying to explain to my son Cody how you can't. Nobody's going to be successful on YouTube unless you make it your full-time job, and even then, it's tough to do. Right? You have to put a lot of time and effort into making content over to ensure success. And even then, it's you can get lucky with a couple of videos here or there, but.
Yeah. It's gonna. What I have to say is, it's never as easy as you think. You know what I mean? First, you got to get lucky, and then you got to get lucky, and you got to stay lucky, and then you have to, that like staying lucky doesn't get anything done. It's just your foot in the door. You have to actually, put in the work to sustain.
And you got to learn.
That was my lottery strategy too.
Yeah, that was my.
I gave that up.
That's my gambling strategy. I got fucked this weekend. I got fucked big time. Actually, this might be the end of it, Randy. We might be getting to the end. But okay, so I tried to explain to my son, say, listen, if you're, and I said, what do you want to do on YouTube? Do you want to just make the content you want to make? Are you just trying to get views? Are you trying to expand and learn and do different things? And he's like, oh, I just want views. I'm like, well, that is the way to be the most unhappy on YouTube, because chasing after views, you never get the fix. It's like chasing the dragon, man. You never get enough. You want more and more and more. You're always going to be chasing it.
I remember there was
tell your son not to chase the dragon.
Yeah. In an early season of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, it was something like Charlie makes a viral video, and like the views Charlie had was like 80,000. You know what I mean? Like, that was a huge number when they made that episode, but nowadays 80,000 isn't fucking shit. Yeah. It's a good video. You know what I mean? Like, but like in like a month, that video's forgotten. Like, you need to see, like there's videos out there, that there's definitely videos. Like, I think YouTube just had like a fucking like quote unquote like, what do you want to call it? Recognition of videos that had 1 billion views on their channel. It was a short list, but at the same time, 1 billion is the upper end of like YouTube views. You know what I mean? So like,
it's crazy to me when like you see these guys criticizing these dying, quote unquote, dying channels. And you're like, yeah, look at this. He only has 30,000 views on that. There's only 50,000 views. His channel's dying. Like, wait a second, what?
But also, you could have like views for like the horribly wrong reason. You know what I mean? Especially with like the thumbs down button is removed now. So you'll see like some outrage like shit. You know what I mean? It's just like. I don't even know like where to begin. Like right now, the current one is just like this YouTuber is just like, I spend like, $2,000. I see what $2,000 in the world's poorest nation can get me. You know what I mean? And it's just like your video is literally about exploiting people via capitalism. Like, welcome. You know what I mean? Yeah. And like everyone watched that video, but not necessarily for a good reason. So if your son makes a wholesome video that, gets a few, 1,000 or, dozen 1,000 views less than like an outrage video, that, he left YouTube a better place than, the outrage video did.
Yeah. So I'm trying to explain it. Like, you make the stuff you want to make. Otherwise, you're going to hate doing it. Same with podcasting. Like when we used to do Tour and Think Tank, and we had a huge audience. It was a big show, and everything was cool and fun. People would write in like, "Hey, I want to start a podcast. How do I start a podcast?" And the first thing I'd ever tell them was, "Listen, you have to have a passion and a love to do it, because if you don't, it's not going to be any good, and you're going to quit. Like, you have to just enjoy creating what you create. Start there. Don't chase views, downloads, or money or whatever it is. You just create the stuff you want to make." And then the people, if they like it, they'll listen and it'll catch on, or it won't. And either way, it's okay. Yeah. You don't need to you don't need 1,000 views. But if you want to know what gets views, take a look at what's on your channel, what does well versus what doesn't do so well. And maybe the stuff you've been doing isn't doing as well, but the new stuff you tried, like the potato chip video we did, try stuff like that. Actually, I think I'm going to put the potato chip video on the Patreon. I don't want to put his... Even though nobody listens, I don't want to put his whole channel out there. I had the internet talk with my kids today, Cody and Randy, because my daughter now, she's got her YouTube channel and she's playing Roblox with these. And my son had told me she met this guy playing in Roblox, and he's a subscriber to her channel now. And I'm like, whoa.
Right.
Whoa.
Yeah, I had that problem once.
Yeah. It's like, you don't know what that is on the other end. That could be some 50-year-old creepy dude. All right, or it could be a 12-year-old girl. You don't know. So I gave the whole talk. Yeah. I called them both in. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Continue what you were gonna say, and then I can piggyback off of that.
Okay. So I brought them both in the kitchen while I was making dinner. All right, and I said, "Listen, nobody's in trouble. All right, let me say, no, you're not in trouble, but you gotta understand. Be careful with anybody you talk to online. I don't let them on social media. So the only thing they have is YouTube and the games they play. And I said,
do they have emails?
They have emails, but I don't even think they know what they are. They have Google accounts because we had, but I said, you don't know who you're talking to on the other end. You have to assume they're lying. Never give out any personal information. Never tell them what your name is. And if you have, never tell them what your last name is. Don't tell them where you lived. None of that. And
don't take pictures of street signs out front, or
exactly.
Make sure no license plates are visible when you're doing garage shit.
I said to them, and I laid out a whole bunch of rules, reasonable rules to protect your kids, because the internet is terrible. And I said, listen, if you guys screw up in any one of these rules, chances are I'm going to find out about it. Not because I'm nosy, but because some shit will happen. Like, we'll get fucking mail bombs.
Oh, yeah, it's very obvious. It is so, that is an obvious mistake to make. It is very painful and hard to unfuck once, you self-dox for the first time or whatever.
Oh, it's scary, man. So... I think I did good.
So, to piggyback on your story, I used to when I worked as that TV editor producer on Long Island, every so often my boss would bring his daughter into work just to school is out, let me just sit there and do start your homework, and then I'll take you home while I wrap up what I'm doing with the guys. And I'll just say, her name was Sarah, lovely kid. She would, and when we were working, she would go off and play Club Penguin on the computer. Do you know what that is? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Do people remember? It used to be like a wide MMORPG of just penguin avatars doing penguin-y things, and this is how she used to entertain herself while we were finishing up work. And if you don't know what that game is, at any given time, there's hundreds of penguins on your screen just hanging out and playing mini games and chatting with you. And we have while we're wrapping up work, we're looking at her play this, between our tasks, and we have this eerie realization. It's just wait, you're here. We took you out. Your dad took you out of school early in the middle of a Wednesday. That can't be all kids. playing Club Penguin right now. You know what I mean? Like kids would be in school right now. So it was just like it was just interesting. Like there's always hundreds of people, fucking around on this game, and they can't all be kids just by like behavior and by fucking like probability.
I don't know. I played a lot of Neopets in high school, so I would beg to differ.
Yeah. Did you Neopets? Was that online?
Yep.
Yeah. So
the Neopets.
Yeah, like
all kinds of viruses from it.
Yeah. So by probability, by the laws of probability, and by the laws of behavioral profiling, like these can't be like all kids. Is what I was saying, Rem.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's scary, and the kids don't want to believe that shit yet because they're still new and innocent and sweet.
Well, they just don't have framing for how dark it could be.
Yeah, exactly. And in me as a parent, I don't ever want them to see how dark it can be. But I know they will. I know they will.
I had a weird moment with that. Like I was like, I'm the oldest of like my brother and sister, so like oftentimes I would be in charge of watching them and making sure they're safe. Yeah. And there was one time where like my mom told me like, hey, your brother has to pee. Go into the bathroom with him and help him take a leak and pee next to him if you pee in the urinal next to him if you have to pee. And I was like, okay. And instead of going into the bathroom, I waited outside the bathroom for my brother to take a leak. And my mom was just like, that's not the same thing what I asked you to do. And I'm like, what's the big deal? Like, nobody's kidnapping him. I will stop somebody if they... And you know what I mean? Like, I didn't realize, this was... And then also the parallels, similar for my sister. But, of course, I wasn't going in the girls' bathroom. But, I was just naive to the fact that the perpetration can happen within the bathroom entirely. Like, kidnappers don't need to take them... don't need to take victims to their fucking lairs to do things to them.
Exactly.
So because I was a kid, I didn't have that dark extremity in my the dark extreme of that thought in my mind. But as an adult, I do, and it's kind of like you don't want to even awaken children to that type of darkness even. Yeah, so it's just a strange landscape to navigate as a parent or guardian.
Yep. And on that note,
a good book about kids.
What? Yeah. What's that? What's a good book about kids?
Everyone poops.
The Coddling of the American Mind by Jonathan Haidt. It shows, he shows and studies how kids are anti-fragile. And the reason that peanut allergies are so high is that we've
taken peanuts away.
We treat them so. Yeah, we've taken peanuts away.
I specifically ordered some peanut shit today just so I can rub it on my skin.
Yeah, so... Yeah, we can get the whole we're fucking kids up. We've destroyed 2 generations of men. We're fucking kids up now. We can do a whole thing on it, but whatever. Everybody's crazy and everything.
We should do a bonus episode where we thumb through that book.
Okay, sure. Speaking of bonus episode, all right. A couple weeks ago, we had our general release of Stony Curiosity with you guys. Do we have anything coming up for exclusive for the patrons anytime soon, gentlemen?
Fucking no, I guess.
Yeah.
I need material.
All right.
Yeah,
assholes.
I'm ready to go right now if you want to do one tonight.
Shit, you'd have to. I have a fucking scribble pad and I got nothing on it.
That's fair because you bring all the content. I just show up.
Yeah, so I don't know how you can say you're ready for it when we have 0 content.
I'm ready to show up. That's what
He's ready to show up.
See, this is what I deal with. Cody. I'm glad you get to experience
No.
this.
Episode title. Ready to show up.
Yeah, Amara says you guys have questions. You have questions. So, that's up to you. Okay. If you get one out, that'd be awesome. The patrons love it. Also, last week we had the lovely Sarah Starr with us. Thank you again to Sarah for joining us. She said that she had some VR scenes coming out, and she messaged me today to let everybody know that on Sarah's many vids is that she has her first VR scene up there. Yeah, it's called Sarah Gives VR JOI. All right, and it's at Sarah's ManyVids profile, which you can find
Too many letters.
allmylinks.com/Sarah Starr. There we go. I got that in there. All right. Cody, what do we have to look forward to next week?
I don't know.
No?
No, I'm not in charge of scheduling.
Okay.
I'm really not the guy. Everything's above my pay grade. We'll probably talk. Yeah, let's just leave it Let's write that in stone.
We'll talk.
And then, we'll write that in stone, and then we'll stay flexible for
Can we just talk?
the other half of the experience.
All right. I like that.
Yeah.
I feel like there's something else I wanted to tell you guys, and I can't pull it in.
I do too, Rim.
To my brain.
I can sense it.
Yeah.
Like it's on the tip of my tongue.
I kind of remodeled my bathroom over the weekend. That was,
how was that, man? Did you watch YouTube videos?
No, I don't need to watch YouTube videos to paint. Like we had to throw some new sheetrock on the ceiling because we're putting a new ceiling fan in, and because there's a little bit of mildew, so we got rid of the old.
I got to do my whole bathroom.
Yeah, it's awful. It's awful. So here. This is okay. So we had this whole thing in the bathroom, right? And the problem with this bathroom, there's no windows in this bathroom. It's in the middle of the house.
Oh.
All right. And there's a shower in it, and it's got the ceiling fan, right? But like there's no fresh air coming in, so the ceiling fan doesn't do a great job. The bathroom fan doesn't do a great job pulling out the moisture. So we're looking at trying to find a solution. Obviously, we get a new fan because these fans are like 26 years old as they are. So we're going to change the fan out. We're going to replace the ceiling so that we can get rid of the mildew. And then so my father suggests to me, says the door. Why don't you cut like 2 inches off the bottom of the door so we can pull in fresh air?
I was going to say, working. Put a fucking doggy door on that thing. But I guess your dad has a better idea.
Well, I don't know if it's the greatest idea because he took it down. He said, let's do 2 inches. And no, let's just do 1 inch and see what it looks like. And it looks fucking terrible because it's too high, You sit there in the bathroom. You could get down on your hands and knees and you can look under and say, woohoo.
Well, you got to put the bristles under the door. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
It keeps the stink in, but...
And anymore with the stink, it works beautifully, right? The fan is drawing the fresh air and it's clearing out the moisture, and it's fantastic. But this is what I'm trying is that my father suggested it, and then my wife and I were talking about it before we did it, and she's like, you know what? I don't want that big of a gap in the bottom of the door. Don't do that. But my father came and he did it anywaes. So he just cut off the bottom of the door, and I was with him because I thought it was a good idea. So
fuck your wife. Yeah.
Yeah, a huge argument about it, but then it's like, oh, this door looks stupid. This is a dumb thing. I can't believe it. Does my opinion not matter? All this stuff. But guess what? It works. It works. Like it pulls that fresh air in. It gets rid of the moisture. So here's the thing. Now we have a couple ideas. Maybe we get like a louver door, a half a louver door, or do we get a new door? But at the bottom we make like an 8x8 square and put one of those.
I'm going to tell you what you should do, and you're not going to like it.
Oh, all right. What is it?
You reserve that bathroom for the courageous. That's the courage bathroom. No door.
Yeah.
No door on that. No door on that fucking bathroom. Oh. If you have the balls to use that bathroom, you get to use that bathroom. Otherwise, you find a different bathroom.
That's
fair.
Yeah. That's a good test. You know what? Nobody would ever use that bathroom in this house.
Until someone will.
Put all the litter boxes in there then.
We'd have to get a new shower because that's, there's 2 showers. That's one of them. And I don't want my kids using mine all the time. We had to do that for like 3 days. It was gross. Kids are gross. Yeah. I'm a shy peer myself. I can't pee unless I have privacy. Mm-hmm. Which is a real problem when I was in the reserves and we had to do drug tests and they had to watch you.
Oh man!
So standing in line like for 45 minutes for my turn, just chugging bottles of water so I could pee because I know I have this problem.
Oh yeah, same.
And then I get there and the guy's watching me and I got my junk in my hand in the cup and there's nothing.
And he says like I don't have all day. He says the first hint of impatience and you're just like, well, I guess I do then. Fuck you,
motherfucker.
And he's like, do you want to try going in the stall? And I'm like, please, anything. And at this point, it's so backed up, it hurts. Like I'm in pain. I'm gonna cry. Man. Yeah, and then nothing will come out. It's like, listen, you can't. I got to close the door. Listen, I don't do drugs. I don't do anything. Please, just let me piss. I'm gonna fucking explode. I'm a shy peer.
Not me, man.
You can just piss anywhere.
Just throw my hands up and go. I'm
so jealous.
Like a fucking spritzer on the lawn.
That's amazing.
Like a sprinkler.
Cody, are you a shy peer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say it. I don't like it, but
I don't like it either.
Because in stadiums, or fucking concert venues, they got the trough urinal, and
I'm fucked. I can't.
That's a coin flip to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If one weird thing happens on the way to the trough, I can't do it. But if I got like a song stuck in my head or something, like I could use that trough and just. I
like the whistle while I pee.
Now you're that guy. See, you're the reason Cody might not be able to fucking pee because I got fucking Randy here dangling tackle into the trough and whistling,
just holding my shirt up like this.
Yeah. You're probably the guy at the fucking urinal trough that takes his pants all the way to his ankles.
And
like
forward.
a fucking second, like a second grader.
Puts his hands on the wall and leans forward while he's doing it too.
Yeah.
That's you.
Yep.
That's you.
That's your trough.
Well, I can't get a fat cramp. I don't, the fat cramps have stricken and then it goes everywhere. So this way it's a little more controlled.
And bathroom etiquette is like, I think it's gotten worse. I'm the guy, like, I'll stand in line. If there's urinals without dividers, I will pass every urinal and wait for a stall. And people look at me like I'm crazy. But now you go ahead. I'm a shy peer, dude. And I'll just come around and say, yeah.
Okay, here's my question for you. I agree with you there.
Yeah.
Yay or nay? You have to pee. There are dividers. Would you pee between two pissing gentlemen?
Yeah, I can do. If there's dividers, I can do it.
As long as there's, I'm the same way. As long as there's dividers, there's a rule, right, guys? There's a rule when you're taking urinal, when you're queuing up to urinals. And the thing is, like, if you can use a urinal with nobody beside you, use that urinal. Right? Like,
that's what you do.
Keep one space between, and then make sure you don't, if there's 5 urinals, make sure 3 guys are using it, not 2 guys. You know what I mean? You got to space it so it's just one. But the thing is, if there's dividers, that rule to me doesn't go into effect. Yeah, it's like, I'll pee right between. If there's dividers that they put the investment in, I'm going to pee right between you. Like, the guys from the old podcast were adamant that rule still be respected if there was dividers. And I was just like, no, that's why there's fucking dividers. So you don't have to respect that rule.
People. Exactly. Like
because what society are they crafting then? A society in which there's like there's 200%, there's a redundancy of toilets for the entire male population just because they don't want to pee next to each other? No. Just put up dividers. That's why, like, the rule does not apply when there's right in. If you're a dude and you know about the urinal rule, write in. Does the urinal rule apply if there's dividers?
860-316-4776. Call. Leave
I want to
voicemail.
know.
Yeah,
I want to know. And if you're a lady, go ahead, disclose you're a lady, and then let us know what you think, because we gotta this is like a by experience thing, probably best.
Now so here's another question, and this doesn't involve privacy. This is more of like, well, to me, splashback. When they have the different levels of urinal, you got the lower one and the high one. Which one are you going to?
Oh,
lower.
Well, there's dividers, I assume.
Yeah, we're not doing privacy.
Less splash.
Exactly. Go to the lower one.
Yeah. But the thing is, I feel like
let me ask you
as soon as I take that one, though, like some little person's going to be like, oh, look, some asshole's using my urinal.
They can wait. Okay, this is not fucking. It's not reserved.
They have smaller bladders.
It's not reserved.
They have
you're making a lot
bladders.
of assumptions. You're making a lot of assumptions right there.
But the thing is, I can use the tall one, so I'll use the tall one for the little guy.
Cody, you don't always have to think about anybody else. You can be selfish. It's fine. Use the one that you don't get piss all over yourself with.
Man,
well, speaking of getting pissed all over yourself, whenever you have an instance like last week, I had the fat cramp, and I just
that was just last week.
Wow. Yeah, and so whenever you have an instance like that,
I don't.
What's your guys' go-to to either cover up or own? Because I had the same situation in my bachelor party. I came out of the bar and I just announced to everyone, like, I done pissed myself. And then everyone laughed.
What's transpiring here? Are you you pissed the toilet or you pissed your pants? Which one are we talking about?
Sometimes the pants, most of the time the toilet.
Because if it's a toilet, you just, take the fucking 5 minutes and clean it up.
Or you just don't say anything and make somebody else clean it up.
No, you asshole. You're not allowed in my house now. Fuck you. Stay out of my house.
Yeah, I'm not a good cleaner up.
Just clean it up.
I don't really notice it.
Cody took violent offense to that. Cody was just a joke, man.
You're still not allowed in my house, you fucking joker.
All right, I'll piss in your bushes then. No big deal. It's fine.
Yeah.
I bring my own puppy pads. I'm a good house guest.
Randy, I would own it as well. No, actually, no, I take that back. Depends on the situation. Most likely,
yeah. If I'm in a public place like a gas station, where they're gonna have to clean it up, I hide it.
Right.
But if I'm at a bar where I'm tipping well.
Oh, if it was already like pissed up, but like don't clean it. You know what I mean? You just added your own flavor to it. But if it was relatively clean, add more water and say you spilled like the sink blew up and got all over your pants. Yeah, don't tell me you piss your pants. It's embarrassing. Well, what am I doing? All right, guys. So here's we're gonna try something new. You guys are gonna host a show, and I'm gonna play some NASCAR and comment. I'm just kidding. What were you saying, Randy? Fuck this. Get out. Yeah,
I was just kidding.
Oh, I said I owned it, and then I tried to super kick the bouncer.
Oh. How'd that work out?
All covered in piss.
I thought you said you were home. That was probably your wife, you drunken fool.
No, this was at my bachelor party, Cody.
Oh.
Yeah. They got me very intoxicated. But so I did the Orange Cassidy kicks to the bouncer, and then I went to super kick him. And that's whenever he was like, okay, you're done. And
that was it.
And I fell to the floor laughing hysterically and said, you can't get me.
and tried swimming away.
Randy, I went to a bachelor party once, and I didn't know anybody there. I just went with a buddy of mine because he knew somebody. He bought tickets. We just go to drink and see the strippers. And the bachelor got too drunk. Like it was the beginning of the party, and he was already fucking trashed. Like he was throwing up in the bathroom. Came out. They had to help him out to his car, and his father was there. And so the groomsmen are like, "Hey, he needs to go home." And the father's like, "Yeah," and you're like, "Well, you got to take him home." And he's like, "No, the strippers haven't started yet." Like he had to wait for the strippers before he took his stupid drunk ass son home. So, I mean,
that's hilarious.
Yeah, I get it.
My boys and work wife wouldn't do that to me.
No, they take you home.
Yeah, you remember John Butts? I should text.
Oh yeah, I forgot all about him. How's he doing? He's not still mad at me, is he?
Oh shit! Can you bleep that?
What?
Well, I said his last name.
He said his last name on the show.
Did he?
Yeah. Right, Cody?
John Butts drives me nuts. Did I tell you about when we sexually harassed him for months?
Yeah.
I think now's a good time to end the show before anyone incriminates themselves. What do you think, Rem?
I love it. It's a great idea. Randy, say the words.
Let's bring this baby home.
Fun show tonight, guys. We had a little interview, some banters back and forth, made Cody uncomfortable.
Who was that?
Thank you all for listening this week and every week that you do. Appreciate it. We really do. It means a lot. All right. This
AJ, that was his name. Cincy Wrestling.
Cincy
Wrestling. What was the URL?
CincyWrestling.com. AJ from Cincy Wrestling, CincyWrestling.com. Check out their show September 18th. And check out Cincy Wrestling as well. Randy loves that stuff, and especially if you're in Ohio, because we got, unless Randy downloads the show like 12 times.
What a champion.
12. Yeah, he's a good dude. So if you like what we do, support the show, tell a friend about the show, leave a review. You can leave a review, 5 stars. That'd be great. Low stars. I mean, any type of review is cool. But like if you start doing the 1 stars, then we get our visibility shrinks. I mean, just do what you want. Like
and our wieners.
Leave a 5-star review, then call 860-316-4776 and tell us why we suck. That's what you do. That's the etiquette.
I see what you're doing there. Yeah, that's what you do. We steal bits from other shows, and we press them off as ours.
Oh shit! Did I steal that?
Yeah, you did.
Plagiarism.
I'm high.
5 stars for plagiarism.
Yeah, it's fine. If you like what we do and you want to support the show, I said that already. But if you like us even more than that, check out our Patreon. Patreon.com/RichDickman. You get the video of the show. You got Stony Curiosity. Any other extra things we might do? Maybe I get bored, do some more. But we get you the extra stuff there. And thank you. Your support means so much. Those of you who support it, really, really do appreciate it. Thank you. And we have shirts and we have stuff at YouTube. What the fuck am I doing, Cody? I don't know what's happening right now.
Shirts.
RichDickman.com is where you go for all of your Rich Dickman needs. We have our YouTube links up there. All right, so you can check out our behind-the-scenes video, the Pepsi review, all the fun stuff that we have going on, as well as the shows. All the shows are up there. And over at the website, we have our merch, right? You can get our T-shirts, Rich Dickman Show T-shirt. You can get the Eat the Rich shirt. Soon, hopefully soon, we'll have a Your Politics Are Suck, just in time for election season. So do it. Do that. Thanks again. We love you all. Listen to our friends. Listen to our buddies over at Not For Human Consumption. We love them, and they're very, very special people. RichDickmanShow@gmail.com or at Rich Dickman Show on Twitter. Executive producer Randy is kind of on Twitter. Sometimes he's at Sir0 with an E or Sir0 with an E at gmail.com. Cody is at Cody McCann, CODYMCCA. And producer Ryan's Ryan, TRDS. My mother, Rem_Mama. And I, of course, am at Rem Dickman. Randy. They want to leave a voicemail or listen to the show live. How do they do that?
Firstly, to whomever I plagiarized, I am sorry.
It was Jay.
It was Jay. Jay, I am sorry for plagiarizing your bit.
Cody can apologize to him in person in a couple weeks.
No,
Cody,
maybe.
Please.
Cody, are you going to do a show with them?
Me.
Are you going to be there like on a Friday and hang out and do the show live?
Probably not.
You should. You should try for that.
Yeah.
That's their magic.
Yeah, but wear your Cody shirt. All right, go ahead, Randy. Sorry.
What?
Oh, so I apologize for that. You should be flattered that I remembered it as a good idea because I said it.
Yeah.
And anyways, if you want to steal that bit, call us 860-316-4776.
Let us know.
Or you can
Cody's rule. Cody, what are you looking for info on? Privacy. The urinals.
Yeah, that the urinal male
Urinal
spacing
etiquette.
rule. Go.
Yeah. 860-316-4776.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Or you can come to bit.do/TRDS1 and put hashtag stalls in the general chat. And then we will
that's very
do something to count that.
Okay.
So bit.do/TRDS1. You get all the content that the patrons pay for free.
Do you still have the porn bot in the Discord that you put in there years ago?
Yes. No, maybe not. It looks like it's gone.
Thanks again, Cody.
Nope, Dank Memer is still there. Dank Memer lives. He rides.
Nice. Cody, it's good to talk to you again this week. Randy, thank you for being you.
You're welcome.
Thank you again to
for
AJ
listening
from
to
Cincy Wrestling, CincyWrestling.com, RichDickman.com.
How great was he?
Good
How
night.
great was he?
See ya.
Boosh.
He was great. He was a good guest. He sounds a lot younger than I expected. I'd love to talk to him again in a more better setting rather than over the phone. There are limitations there. We couldn't hear anything Cody was saying at times. Oh, this is after show. We don't have to do too many behind the scenes things. Cody,
What?
I like that shirt on you. It's nice looking.
Rim, I have.
You didn't say shit about my polo, Rim. I almost put a tie on for
You
you.
should have put a tie on. I definitely would have noticed.
Should large individual wear a tie and a robe?
You'd come off like
With too much accessory.
You'd come off like Donkey Kong.
Yeah, nah.
Unless
it's
you're
your
too
gimmick.
hairy.
Yeah. Unless your gimmick is Donkey Kong, no. That's it.
Nobody's gimmick should be Donkey Kong. I don't even think Donkey Kong wants his gimmick to be Donkey
he hates
Kong.
it.
Yeah.
Dude just wants to wear pants. He just wants to wear pants.
Yeah, pajama. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
I like
you know
the
what?
idea of retiring at every event.
Donkey
You know
DK
what I
is
mean?
probably a
like,
kill.
like they advertise that I'm coming out of retirement.
Yeah. It'd be the funniest.
And then I come out to the ring.
To you and me and maybe Cody and definitely Kristen, it'd be the funniest thing in the world. And to everybody else, it'd be like, what the fuck are we watching?
Yeah.
But it would totally be worth it. And we absolutely should pitch
dude,
that
people
idea.
would totally throw the 50-cent hot dogs at me.
Yeah.
Oh, for you, Daddy,
50% hot
like we'll
dogs.
break out the fucking $1.90 hot dogs for you.
Yeah. You're gonna get Austin Theory levels of heat, bro. They're gonna fucking hate you. Like, who the fuck is this guy? Retiring.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even get the joke. All right. That's enough. Stop it.
Nah,
Stop it.
fuck all of you.
This is come on. This is actually 222 this week.
I love you.
got it wrong. Love you too. I got it wrong last week. This is 222.
I got notes. Shut up.